Hello, Math E-Block. Hi. Hope you guys are doing good. This is your assignment. It's day 111. It's from the math packet that I sent home with you guys on the last Friday of school. Let's look at the problems. All right, number one. Now, I'm quite sure we've gone over this before, but let's do it out together. 27 plus 14. All right, what do we do first? 7 plus 4. Excuse my scribble. 7 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 goes up there, 1 comes here, 1 in the 10s, 1 in the 1s. I know 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 more is 4. So my answer for number 1 is 41. All right, let's go on to number 2. 3/10 of 70. In this problem, I'm going to divide 70 by 10. And I got the 10 right here. And when I do 70 divided by 10, when I have powers of 10, remember I can move the decimal point over, I get 7. Now I want 3/10 though. I got a 3 right here, right? So I have to do 7 times 3. And then I get 21. So my answer for number 2 is 21. Let's look at number 3. Number 3 says 63 divided by 7. Now remember, multiplication and division are opposites. So 63 divided by 7 is the same as saying what times 7 equals 63. And I know that 9 times 7 equals 63. And then I complete it. 9 times 7 is 63, so I subtract, I get 0. That means that my answer is 9. And now we will move on to number 4. Number 4 says 35 divided by 7. Now, that's one way to write it, the way they did, 35 divided by 7. But I like to say it to myself, 35 divided by, put the box around when I say divided by, 7. Remembering, division and multiplication are opposites. So 35 divided by 7 is the same as 7 times what equals 35. And I know that 7 times 5 equals 35. Then I do 5 times 7, which does indeed equal 35. You subtract, you get 0. Number 5. Number 5 says, write 7,903 in expanded notation. So listen to the way I said that number, 7,903. So I would write this like 7,000 plus 900 plus, well, it says plus 3, but usually there'd be a tens column here, right? Yes, there would be a tens column there, but there's nothing there, so I don't have to put anything. 903. See right here? There's a 0 there, so I put nothing in this equation. All I have to add is that 3. If you were going to write it out, it would be but for the purposes of this, you can stick with the numbers. I have no problem with that. All right, why don't we look at number 6? Number 6 says, fill in the missing number. Well, how are we going to figure out what the pattern is that tells us what number is missing? Let's look at 30 to 36. If I do 36 minus 30, and I'm putting the bigger number on top, otherwise it would be negative. 6 minus 0 is 6. 3 minus 3 is 0. So that's 6. So that means that there is 6 in between 36 and 36. Let's look at how much is in between the other two numbers they gave us, 48 and 54. So again, I'll put the biggest number on top, 54, minus 48. 4 minus 8. I can't do that. I have to borrow. 14 minus 8 is 6. 4 minus 4 is 0. The distance between these two numbers is also 6. So the distance between 36 and the missing number and 48 and the missing number should be 6. So if I do 36 plus 6, 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 3 is 4. I get 42. Now let's see if I do 48 minus 6. Because remember, from here, we're going back. 8 minus 6 is 2. 42. I'd have to say that's correct. I think our missing number is 42. Number 7 says, write the length in centimeters. So let's zoom in on that and look at it. Just for a minute. We'll see it. Now I can see this is centimeters. 1, 2, 3. And then it comes down right about to the halfway mark. So how do we write that? How do we write 3.5? Well, we can write it like this. Or we can write it. We don't want to forget our units though. Number 8 says, what is the temperature? Well, if we zoom in, we can see that it looks like the temperature comes just to about here. And if I line that up, what number was that? It was 20. And it does say what type of degree that is. It has a C here. See the C? So that means that it is 20 degrees C. And the C stands for Celsius. We measure temperature in Fahrenheit generally in America, but they use Celsius in a lot of other countries in the world. Number 9, what type of prism is shown? So I see that this shape has 2 bases, and the bases are like the top and the bottom. 2 bases, and both of those bases are shaped like a triangle. Here's the second base. And then these would all connect. So they have 2 bases, both the bases are triangles, and then they have 3 rectangles that make up the sides. This is a shape that is called a triangular prism. I mean, you can do all sorts of things with that. We could calculate the volume, we could calculate the surface area, and we probably will, and I think you definitely will in high school. The last problem, number 10, says write 2 odd numbers that total the even number 42. So let's try something. Let's divide 42 by 2 because we need to split it into 2 groups. And let's see what happens when we do that. So we'll do 42 divided by, remember, say divided by and put the line in, 2. Let's walk through this. This has 2-digit division, so it's a little harder. How many times can 2 go into 4? Well, 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down the 2. How many times does 2 go into 2? Well, 2 goes into 2 once. 1 times 2 is 2. And 2 minus 2 is 0. That means that the answer we got is 21. 21 plus 21 would equal 42. Now, is 21 an even number or an odd number? Well, it ends in 1. Therefore, it's odd. So, 2 odd numbers that total the even number of 42 are 21 and 21. Well, that is it for worksheet day number 111. Once you finish this, if you still have class time left, please go work on Dreambox and get some time in on there. And I look forward to talking to all of you soon. As always, I miss you. This is weird. Anyway, stay awesome. Love you guys. Bye.